Hey friends, how the heck are ya? I'm Fastidious and welcome back to the channel. We're on to week 2 in the free-to-play series. It is day 8. For anyone who missed yesterday's video, we've officially ranked up our first 6-star champion, Kael. Plus, we did it in less than a week. You might be wondering how this was accomplished. Well, it was a mix of efficient energy consumption and, more importantly, having a clear, streamlined champion development plan. So, that's what today's video is all about. Let's get to it.
Fastidious.
Fastidious.
Alrighty, first, I'd love to go over some of the in-game developments right now with this 2-year anniversary celebration, but also some developments with the channel. We have finally surpassed 50 subscribers. It might not seem like much, but honestly, it means so much to me, guys. So if you're enjoying my content, if you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. You know, it's free to play and it's free to click. All right, enough of my self-promotion. Let's get into the new stuff in-game. So anyone who's logged on today has seen there's another new free pack. And honestly, I'm just confused what Plarium's doing. You know, we started off with that amazing pack of Void, 1,000,000 silver, a 5-star chicken, and a legendary skill tome. But then we go dropping off the cliff to just 500,000 silver and an ancient. And then today they're like, maybe that was enough. Let's do the exact same thing, 500,000 silver, an ancient, and an epic skill tome. I mean, I'm not complaining. I will take anything. I would take 10,000 silver. But still, I don't think it's bad. I just think it's questionable. Like, the analogy I keep going to in my head is, imagine you were riding 3 flights with the same airline. Let's say you're flying Delta. You get on the flight, and they go, all right, you're promoted to first class. Here's your filet mignon. That's your first day gift with your Void and your legendary skill tome and all this stuff. Then, the next day, they're like, all right, you're going underneath the luggage, and here's a bag of salty pretzels. And then today, they throw in the epic skill tome or whatever. They're like, all right, you're promoted to coach, but here you go, still some salty pretzels. I don't know. I just think it's not bad, it's just strange. It's like their whole way of managing customer expectations just seems completely out of whack. Well, for anyone who hasn't heard, this weekend, also in celebration of the 2-year anniversary, there's gonna be a kind of special 3x, 2x event. Now, what do I mean by that? I'll put it on screen right now, but as you can see, day 1, Friday, we're gonna get a 2x event on Sacred Shards. Saturday, 2x on Void Shards. Sunday, 2x on Ancient Shards. Very cool sounding event, but I know a lot of people online, other creators are saying this might be a trap. Now, what do we mean by trap? Well, kind of a way that Plarium and Raid are getting us to exhaust all our resources, use up all our shards before the actual Fragment Fusion on March 16th with the exciting new Legendary Champion, potentially from the new Samurai faction, drops. Now, I totally lend credence to this. I think that makes a lot of sense. However, if you can manage to do some pulls, it could be really fun. I know we definitely are, but I have a strategy. So, as you can see in the background, we're currently finishing up the 3-star campaign, the 3-star normal campaign. Then, also behind the scenes, I've been working on the 3-star hard campaign. So that right there is another Void Shard and Sacred Shard. But I want to pull my shards in a certain order. For people that have been watching, you can know that we've pulled no Void or Sacred Shards. So what I want to do is I'll do the 1 Sacred Shard on Friday. If we don't do that, then I'll pull the Void Shards. But if we get a good thing from either the Sacred Shard or Void Shards, I'll stop right there and save all the Ancient Shards. However, I think this account is so young, so fresh, that getting a nice champion that could really help with some progression would be worth it, even if it makes the fusion upcoming on March 16th a little more difficult. Now, if like me, you're also going to be pulling some shards, and you'd be interested in having me and my girlfriend Johanna pull them live on video, then please let us know. You can join our Discord, the Fast and Fastidious, and message me there or DM me, because I would love to pull shards for you guys. I think it could make for 3 really exciting kind of micro shard summoning videos this weekend. So yeah, hit me up on Discord if you're interested in having that happen. Anyway, I think that's enough housekeeping. Let's get into our focus of the day, champion development planning. By that I just mean knowing which champions to build, and of those champions, knowing which to rank up when. I think it's about having a constant mental flow running in your head that relates directly to your account and its optimal progression. You can kind of go through a checklist in your head and ask yourself certain questions. I think there are 5, which I'll put up there right now, that are most important to go through to help you make your decisions in champion development. So, number 1, in which area in the game do you want to progress next? Number 2, in that specific area, how far do you want to progress? So if you said spider, do you want to get up to spider 10, or spider 14, or spider 17? You need to figure out the specifics. Number 3, which champion will help me accomplish that task, will help me achieve that goal? Now number 4, how far will I need to rank up that champion for them to help me accomplish that goal? In some situations, bringing a champion to rank 5 to level 50 might accomplish that goal, and you don't actually have to go all the way to 60. And finally, number 5, will this champion also help me in other areas of the game? Now for us early game players or mid game players, I think the answer to number 5 always 100% time must be a yes. When you're early, when you're a young account, you can't afford to build niche champions. You need champions that are versatile. Champions that will help you across multiple locations, multiple realms within the game. That being said, for endgame players, that question doesn't really matter. It's very often you see an endgame player investing in a champion, 6-starring a champion even, just to shave 5, maybe 10 seconds, maybe less, off of dungeon time. Get that dragon time from 55 to 52 even. Champion progression means game progression. So, as free-to-play players or even low spenders, we must streamline our efforts in-game as much as possible to expedite our progression. And there's no realm this is more important than choosing which champions to build, which champions to develop. So, I made this little infographic I'll put up on screen now, and that kind of visualizes that mental flow I articulated earlier, and I can show you how I came to certain decisions. For example, 6-starring Kael before I even 5-starred another champion. So, in this little graphic I drew up in Excel, you can kind of see how I'm prioritizing which champions to develop when, which champions to build. There are 8 columns, but I promise you it's not too complicated. So, working left to right, we have priority. This essentially is just saying, which champion do I prioritize most in terms of ranking up and building? But you might notice we go to column 2, a couple champions are mentioned multiple times. Now what does that mean? Well, I am having this graphic represent my thinking all the way back from day 2 before I ever made a rank 5 champion, got a level 50 champion, all the way through now. So you can see the number 1 priority this account ever had was taking a champion, Kael level 40, to his future rank 5 stars. So if you look through everything here, you can kind of see my thought process. So future rank, obviously we just touched that. So Kael, his role, he's kind of an all-arounder. As a first champion to rank up, this is a great choice because he's going to help us in many aspects in the game, many realms within the game. He's a very versatile champion. I also wrote here to help visualize and spell out other uses, the other current utilities. So Kael always has as an additional utility poisons. But then I have, what's the potential rank up gain I'm going to get? By moving him up to another rank, leveling up more, what am I going to gain? So with Kael, from 40 to 50, you kind of get a lot more survivability, it becomes a lot less squishy, plus a noticeable boost in damage. And then finally, the last column is ease of investment. So I'm ranking this out of 5. But basically this is just very arbitrary, but it's just kind of showing you how I was valuing the amount of effort, the amount of investment in resources in-game ranking this champion up would be. So Kael, I'm giving 5 out of 5. Why is that? Well, I got a lot of rare skill tomes at the beginning, and I put them all on him. So by this point, he was already skilled out. Also, I've been working on his ascensions. So he already, at this point, was at 4 stars of Ascension, at level 4 of Ascension, so I would only have to send him 1 more time, and he's a rare champion, so it's not that expensive to do so. I think that's an incredibly easy investment. So taking ease of investment into account with the all-arounder role in the moment in the game we were in when we did it back on day 2, it's kind of a no-brainer that this was priority number 1. But now let's go to 2, this is where it gets weird. Priority number 2 was taking level 50 Kael, something we did yesterday, to 6 stars. So we know the role all-arounder, other current utility poisons, the rank up gain was damage. Why did I want this damage? Well, he's going to enable us to 3-star all of Brutal campaign very shortly, get those rewards. He's going to enable us with an extra damage to really wipe out entire mob waves in the campaign and be an excellent campaign farmer. And this to me was a more important priority than anything else on the list. So then taking War Maiden to 50 or Outrider to 50, or investing even further in War Maiden, and so on and so on. So the first 2 priorities for champions were the same champion for me. It was getting Kael to 50, and then before getting anyone else to 50, getting Kael to 60, because I just thought for my account, for my progression, for my moment, this was the best use of my time, best use of my resources. Now let's go to a couple other examples that are different. So if you look here, number 6, Spirit Host is the only champion on this list that I have that's level 30. Everyone else is level 40, or in the case of Kael, in the future case of War Maiden, here, level 50. But Spirit Host, I have her all the way down at 6. Well, why is that? Her role is Speed Lead. Speed Lead, does that role improve? Her primary role for my account right now is having a Speed Lead. I only use that in Arena. Does leveling her up, ranking her up improve that? No, it doesn't. Then, current utility, other utility, she has her AoE attack up. That's basically all she has as a level 30 because she dies so quickly we can never get that cleanse. So what would be the rank up gain? Well, survivability. Of course, she will survive much better as a level 40 than she does now at a level 30, but also her cleanse, because maybe she'll be able to take one hit and then give the cleanse to the team. So ease of investment. Even though she's a rare like Kael, I'm giving her ease of investment all the way down at a 2 out of 5. Now this is because I have put no skill tomes into her and I have no intention of ever doing so. I have one skill up in her just because I pulled from a Misty Shard, and maybe I think I actually got a farmable campaign drop, an extra copy of her, so I have skilled her up once, but it's not worth it to me. I don't think she's worth the investment. It would take me going back to stage 4, which is really bears very little fruit in terms of XP and silver, to try to farm up copies of her. I'm putting her at a 2 out of 5, even though she's a rare champion. Another low rank is Baroth. Baroth, who we pulled in our summoning video, he's the only epic on the account besides the free shaman we just got. We've got him up to level 40 now, but taking him to 50, I'm saying the ease of this investment and long-term looking at this guy is a 2 out of 5, but for different reasons than Spirit Host. This is because that would be a significant rank up gain. You know, he'd get a lot more damage, which would make him in turn a lot better carry, because how much damage he puts out on enemies affects the shield he gives the entire team and the heals he gives the entire team. That being said, he's really expensive to rank up as an epic champion, especially for an early game free-to-player like myself. You know, I'm gonna have to use more expensive, more rare ascension pots from the keeps, from I guess in this case the Force keep, and on top of that, I'm gonna have to expend my epic skill tomes, which are far more rare than rare skill tomes. So it really becomes a pricey investment. So I'm ranking him all the way at the bottom of the list. I hope this kind of visualizes the way I'm thinking about it and the way I make decisions, like let's bring Kael all the way to 60 as fast as possible before even having another level 50. And hopefully you can apply this thinking to your own specific situations, specific progression goals, and specific account. I hope that kind of champion development breakdown was really helpful to you guys, but I say it's time to get back into our usual flow. Let's hop in, let's do a little champion check-in and see where we're at. Let's start with our boy Kael. Look at this guy, 18K, almost 19K champion power. We're on day 8. We almost have a 20K champion power. Kael, I'm thrilled about that. And let me just tell you guys, a 6-star Dark Daddy Kael goes a long way. And you're gonna see that in Arena very shortly. But first, let's go to my boy Outrider. I've 12-starred a lot of his, 12-starred, plus 12 a lot of his gear. Trying to get those points for the artifact enhancement. There's some nice energy. I'm just trying to get as far as that 200 energy, which is like the 2,600 point reward. But we got him some plus 12s. He's playing a lot better. Put some speed boots on him, so he's officially decently arena viable. He still has a ways to go. But our last one until War Maiden to fully book out. Look at this. 1 away, none away, and none away. Outrider, welcome to the fully skilled up, fully booked club. There you go. And that's a nice one because he has the small version of decreased defense, the minus 30% on the enemies, but it's nice to have, and that brings it from a 40% to a 50%. So 1 out of 2 times, put a little accuracy on this guy, and he can do some work, especially outside of the arena. Moving along, let's go out of the tavern. Shield Guard, I think same old. War Maiden, I put her in some lifesteal gear. Not really the gear choice I would have for her, but we've gotten some really nice lifesteal gear. These 3 pieces are from it that daily logins this first 7 days. The first 6 days we get a different lifesteal piece from every type of artifact. So I gave her the leftover because I already had it leveled up from Kael. Threw this lazy little chest on her, but she's doing quite well, and this is a great little setup for her as we just tear through all of the normal campaign to 3-star and all of the hard campaign to 3-star. Now that is basically done, it just hasn't happened yet. But there's nothing's gonna get in our way, there'll be no challenges. It's just when we get the energy and when we choose to use it. In terms of champion check-in, I think that covers a lot of it. I'd say the last thing is the Spirit Host right here. These are some boots I farmed up pretty early on. I don't know, probably about day 3. I think really nice. We got the speed main stat. That's what you're gonna want on boots, you know, 9, maybe 19, 9 times out of 10, maybe 19 times out of 20. Plus all percentage rolls. We got a little crit damage. And I've been trying, let's see, do we have any, maybe we can do it live? Let's do a couple rolls, maybe we'll get it, because I've been trying to get these to plus 16. I want those artifact enhancement points for the event, but I also, boom, we did it. Nice and live. So now that's an extra 9 speed. So we should, a lot of the time, especially in these bronze arena battles, be going first. I'm excited. And we got crit rate. I'm sure you guys noticed that before I did. What a great pair of boots. For an uncommon 5-star pair of boots, I think this is as good as it gets? I don't know. Maybe for her defense would be better or something for more survivability, but I'm loving it. I'm loving those boots. Those will be on the account to the end probably. That's enough of a champion check, and you can see these guys are getting better and better. As I said, we've been farming up food through campaign as we 3-star normal and hard. One of those guys was Barrett the Blood-Soaked. He's not really food, but he is a champion we were leveling. We started at like 36, and him and Kael just slowly tore through. You probably saw it at the beginning a bit when I finally got him up to 40. Just slowly tore through the normal campaign and got him leveled, being a bit efficient there. Also got a lot of food ready. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the ones that are going to go into War Maiden. That's our next champion to develop, next champion to rank up. She's going to be level 50 soon enough. Other developments, I'll show you Clan Boss. I don't think we have a time for a run today. Actually, we have to do a run today because my keys just filled up. This must have happened in the last 20 minutes. We'll do a quick run. I'll show you easy. We are such a comfortable 1 key now. We're almost at 2 million. But normal, not so hot. Do we even have any runs in on normal yet? I'm not sure. I guess not yet today. Let's see how we can do on the Spirit Affinity Clan Boss. This won't be such a thrilling fight, so I'm sure I'll cut, but I'll just show at the beginning. I just want to show you a couple turns so you can see how nice it is having a fully booked Frozen Banshee. Now she has a 3-turn cooldown on her A3. That's the one that places the poison sensitivity. I think it's called Frostblight, and that's constantly cycling. So because that's constantly cycling and she has decent speed on her, we're gonna have that poison sensitivity over here up a lot, making our poisons more potent, but also allowing her A1 to land more and more 5% poisons. So I'll just show it to you guys. Let's go to turn 4, and then I'll cut out, show you the end result. Won't be anything too thrilling, but we've made a lot of headway on normal. We are nearly at a 3 key there. I've gotten it before. It's hard to get it every time still. When we face the Force Affinity Clan Boss, we're kind of just doomed because all our damage essentially is coming from Kael over here and Frozen Banshee. But as you can see there, Frostlight drops again, Frostblight, excuse me, and that just means more poisons from the Banshee and more poison potency from Kael. And look at this, the damage is ticking along. We don't need much. I think we need, I want to say it's 1.2 million a key for a 3 key on normal. I think we have a chance to get it. This is a great affinity for us at Spirit. We might fall short. I'm gonna cut here. We'll see if we get what would be the equivalent to 1/3 of the way to a 3 key from this key. All right, there you have it, 1.19. I feel like we get into so many of these close calls. Like, what did I just say? I think we need 1.2. And we get to 1.19. That's what, 10,000 away? Is that right? Yeah, 10,000 away. That is frustrating. But hey, like I said, we're right in the ballpark, making good progress. Now, as always, let's wrap up with a touch of Arena. And let me tell you, having a 6-star Kael has helped us get our mojo back. He is a big hitter now. Plus, I mean, you saw me live on the video get the Spirit Host boots to plus 16. So maybe we're gonna be doing even better than I thought. As you see, we quickly rose a lot from defense, I'm sure. Let's check the defense. Oh yeah, look at our defense go, guys. Look at this, look at this. Victories for days. So what, of our last 10, we lost 3 battles, 70% win rate on defense. I will take that 8 days a week. But let's pick a battle here. This could be a tricky battle, let's try it. Old Hermit Yard, he's got that classic attack up, turn meter boost ability. Look how much team power we have now, 40k, I'm loving it. Let's try it. I don't know why Shield Guard was in there. Maybe for some random challenge I had to do or something. Here's my girl. There's Spirit Host. All right, let's see how we do. Let's see how we do. My prediction is Kael will sit all of these guys down on 1 nuke. I think it'll be that easy. We go first. Spirit Host has the nice boots. AoE attack up. You guys know the drill. War Maiden, AoE defense down. Oh no, don't outspeed me, not Ethel. Nathan's gonna go first. Wow, what a terrible prediction. I'm all talk, no play. That was horrible, guys. I'm so sorry. Maybe you got a laugh out of it. Wow, talk about hubris. I don't know what I'm doing. Like I said, the only thing that can hold us back right now from getting into silver and surviving there is speed. It's one thing to have a speed lead, but as many of you probably know, Spirit Host is only 10%. Pretty weak. Getting someone like eventually at day 30 high Katoon would be game changing, but also someone that can increase our speed on top of the lead. So yeah, a high Katoon or a Gorgorab would be amazing. I think that's a 28% boost or 26. I think it's 28, maybe it's 24. Somewhere 24, 26, 28. It's one of those even numbers in the mid 20s. But the attack up 2 plus the speed lead, plus a turn meter boost with the attack up, it's so nice. Sorry, I'm just going through my wish list with you guys. Let's see this one. This looks like a hard team. Let's try it out. What's this guy's name? Warden? Is that who that spirit little emo dark elf guy is? All right, well, at least we go first. The usual drill, AoE attack up. Oh, they got the reflect damage. He's really fast. Let's see. Okay, so we'll get the AoE defense down, but I think War Maiden might wipe herself. She hangs on. We got it everywhere but Spirit Host. That's okay. Will Kael get to go? Oh, they got the cleanse. Kael will get a turn. Let's see how powerful this new guy is. Boom. But he killed himself thanks to their warden with the AoE reflect damage. Guys, not a good start. I literally said we've got our mojo back, but I don't know if we do. Here could be a tricky team. They have Warcaster. He has AoE block damage, so if he's got any speed on him, that would spell trouble. Here's a battle I wouldn't mind doing. A lot of attack power. Do I risk losing 3 battles in a row before we sign off? Why not? Why not? Another issue we have on the account, you guys know we're living in the Deadlands. That's where we farm. Stage 9, 9-3 now, all the time. But War Maiden, she is not booked very far at all on her A3. I don't even know if I got a single book. Maybe I got 1 book in it so far. I haven't had great luck there. I had like three or 4 land on the A2. So you can see she's not at 100% yet. Irregardless of accuracy, she's not at 100%. She's still at 75% on the chance of her AoE decrease down landing. But let's see, we got to go. This should be, I hope this is a good wipe. All right, that's closer to what I expected. Let's get the A1, the A2 here. This is a hard-hitting move, guys. I'm gonna be honest. I've heard some people badmouth Outrider. The guy smacks. He is a hard hitter. This will be our last battle. We're gonna end on a win. Look at that. Kael putting up some decent numbers. So, like I said, we're slowly climbing back up the arena. Silver is within our sights, but we're gonna need a big change in the roster. And it's probably gonna come from either Spirit Host or Outrider, most likely Spirit Host getting replaced. We need more speed. We need that Apothecary. We need that High Katoon. We need that Gorgorab. Maybe this special 2x weekend, that's when it will arrive. Sorry, just closing all this out, guys. All right, I hope this was a good video. I hope it had a little bit of everything, but mostly you really enjoyed that guide, that breakdown on how to do champion development planning. And I hope you're as excited as I am about the progress we're making about our brand new 6-star Kael. And yeah, if you have any more questions, just gonna quick plug again, the Fast and the Fastidious is our community Discord, and I'm on there all the time. I would love to talk to you guys. I'd love to answer your questions. But I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Fastidious.